cancer patients receive a lot of lines, ports, venous accesses, and sometimes these can get detached, and then we are called in to remove this in a non-invasive way. This is pigtail catheter, which is going up through the heart into the pulmonary artery. We have caught hold of the catheter, brought it down in the IVC, and then caught hold of the same tube with a snare and retrieved it. So this is a common procedure. Complications of treatment: radiation therapy resulted in this skin breakdown and a huge pseudoaneurysm from the arising from the common carotid artery. This is courtesy to Dr. Uday Lime from KM Hospital. Huge pseudoaneurysm. A simple covered stent, and the problem is fixed forever. Vertebroplasty is a procedure for pain management in metastatic collapse. Also works beautifully for patients who have multiple myeloma, and significantly improves the quality of life and has a positive impact on the respiratory function of these patients. Wherein we get transpedicular access to the vertebral body, reach the anterior 2/3 of the vertebral body, and inject bone cement. This is the post-procedure CT scan. Similarly, for metastasis from thyroid especially and from renal cell carcinoma, which go to the periacetabular area, we can do cementoplasty. Significant impact on patient care. The rising stars, just to touch upon the new modalities, radioembolization. It is dosimetrically guided injection of beta-emitting radioactive materials. It's a complex procedure as compared to chemoembolization. We can have the glass spheres or the resin spheres to inject, and we need multiple steps. We have to check whether first we confirm the eligibility, then we do an planning angiogram where we skeletonize the vasculature to the liver, and we embolize all collaterals arising from the hepatic arteries to the gut. We do what is known as lung shunt fraction evaluation. We do a CT scan with the catheter in the hepatic artery to check, confirm that the lesions are really hypervascular. We do a lung shunt fraction evaluation. I have to run through my slides. And depending on the variables, we order the dose. This is relatively expensive. This is, you can see that this is pre-procedure hypervascularity. This is post-procedure, the significant reduction in hypervascularity. This is colorectal metastasis. I'll just skip these slides just to show you the amount of necrosis and reduction in the size of HCC. This is the pre-treatment and the post-treatment. This is another, the one which we had treated with radioembolization. Just to highlight the new technology. Okay, now this is the new thing on horizon, that is irreversible electroporation, and there is a lot of interest on this. This is an ablative technique wherein 4 electrodes are placed around the lesion and under imaging guidance, and very high electric current, very high voltage is applied. The patient needs to be under deep general anesthesia. And what this does, high voltage does is that it creates pores or holes in the cellular membranes and results in cell death. So this has been used in inoperable pancreatic cancers with very good encouraging results. RFA, when there are lesions which are close to blood vessels, the RF ability or the efficacy of RFA is little bit less. Whereas this electroporation is not affected by blood vessels and bile ducts in proximity to the vessels. So this is a new thing on horizon. I think I have run out of time. Thank you very much.